Welcome back to Unrelatable. What if I told you that the true cost of your 7-figure future has absolutely nothing to do with the dollar amount of your next investment? What if I told you that the cost of Unrelatable, which is my highest level mastermind, was not the price of the investment? It wasn't the price tag. The financial investment in any next level space, any mentorship space that is promising to take you where you want to go, the financial investment is the easiest part. The real price is the thing that you're avoiding. And you already know what it is, but I'm going to name it and shame it today. There is no shame in it, but I'm going to call it out. The real price is the identity you have to give up. Because it's safe, it's comfortable, it's what you're used to. The safe, competent version of you who built the 6-figure business, the version of you who ties their value to how much you do, who prides herself or himself on being the one to get it done and do it all, the version of you who needs to earn it, needs to feel like they've earned it, and the version of you who needs everyone else to know you've earned it because you want to feel like a good person, because you don't want to be one of those wealthy people who doesn't deserve it. That version of you, she needs to go. And you know that already. And that's why we're having such a problem getting you over the sticking point. Because the financial part is not what scares you. It's holding and genuinely thanking the version of yourself that has gotten you here and saying, this no longer serves me. This conversation is not about me justifying the price tag of my mastermind because I know it's worth every single penny times 10. This conversation is about the trades you have to make to unlock your unrelatable future. And this conversation is about why the price tag is just the public declaration that you're serious about the actual cost of the future you're trying to create. Because whether you realize it or not, the biggest cost you're paying is right now. It's what you lose. It's what you put on the shelf when you remain in your current identity. The identity is not the one that's going to take you to 7 figures and beyond. You know that. So you're already paying for it. You're just not paying with a financial investment. You're paying in anxiety because your revenue is tied to your physical doing. You can't disconnect from your business because if you believe if you stop doing everything, if you stop engaging, the business is going to stop growing. So you're already paying in anxiety. You're also anxious because your actions are not lining up with who you say you want to be. You want a 7-figure business, but your actions aren't saying the same thing. And that causes dissonance and anxiety in your body and your subconscious. You're paying right now in lost status. Your current relatable brand positioning attracts price shoppers. It attracts people you don't want to work with. It attracts people who value your labor over your genius. It positions you as a commodity and it forces you to chase clients instead of simply positioning yourself as a category of one who has no competition and effortlessly attracts the dream clients you actually want to work with. You're paying in lost time, lost visionary time, lost energy, doing things that are not getting you where you want to go. You're trading high leverage work that would help you define your category for low leverage execution because it's financially more comfortable. I'm going to say that again. You're trading the work that you should be doing to get where you want to go, the work that's going to define your category, make you completely unrelatable, give you the business you've been dreaming of. You're trading that to stay in the current work that you're doing because it's financially more comfortable or because it's just what you're familiar with. The financial investment might not even have anything to do with it for you. You're already paying, just perhaps not financially. And when it comes to building the business you actually want to run this time next year, you only have 3 options. There's only 3. And one of them is not do exactly what you're doing now and it's magically going to pop and give you a 7-figure business. Your 3 options are you don't invest time, you don't invest money, you don't invest energy into what you say you want, and you stay exactly where you are. There's no magic. If you keep doing what you're doing now, you're going to keep getting what you're getting now. And if you love it, great, I love it. If you love it, I love it. But you can't say you want something different and do the same thing. That ain't how this works, baby doll. Your other option is you can invest only time and energy because the financial part scares you. But that means you're going to be paying the massive anxiety, opportunity, and status costs that you were already paying times 10. Because it's just going to take you longer. You may never find the answer on your own because you've never done this before. Because if you knew how to build a 7-figure business, you'd have one already. And it's going to keep you gas pedal to the floor in a vehicle that's stuck in the mud. Engine's running, but you ain't going anywhere. Or your third option is to invest all three: time, energy, money. You can invest your current identity to create your new one. Because that's the actual investment. The true cost of your 7-figure business has absolutely nothing to do with the dollar amount of your next investment. To become unrelatable, you have to deliberately give up the version of yourself that you are right now, as grateful as you might be that they got you here. There's 3 deeply ingrained pieces of identity that are anchoring you to your current business results and life results, if we're being honest. The first trade you have to make is to give up the emotional safety of being the best doer, the person who is executing everything, the person who does it all themselves. Hello? Why are we pretending like this is anything other than you masking the need for tight grip control on every single portion of your business? Love you so much. That's control freak behavior. It's safety. It's not because you're better at everything. It's not because it's going to save you money to do it on your own. You are afraid of giving it up. You are afraid of taking your hands off the wheel because you think if you do, it's not going to run. But you have to trade that version of yourself for the clarity and the space to focus on your CEO responsibilities, category design, the true $10,000 an hour strategic work that only you can do. You are giving that up right now to set up ManyChat automations. You're giving that up right now to answer DMs 15,000 times a day. Because let's not pretend like it doesn't have a cost, right? Whatever you're saying yes to now is you're saying no to something else. And that something else is the CEO level work that you should be doing. The second trade you have to make, you've got to trade validation for authority. You have to give up the version of yourself that needs to be liked by every single person. You have to give up the version of yourself that needs to nurture, to over-deliver, that pick-me behavior. Oh, if I just give them enough value, they'll like me, they'll choose me, pick me, choose me, love me. Give her up. She's gone. She is nowhere to be found in your 7-figure business. You need to trade her for the status required to attract premium buyers who pay for certainty and proprietary systems, not because they like you. They don't pay for your labor and effort. They pay for your genius, your transformation. And final trade. I know, the first 2 are painful. This one's even worse. You've got to trade hustle for scalable structure. That addiction you have, because let's call it what it is, that addiction you have to volume, reactive activity, doing the most, hoping that if you do more, time and growing your audience and the algorithm are going to bless and scale your business. Scaling is not doing more of what you're doing now so you can make more money. It's not freeing up 30 more minutes in your day so you can put in 30 more minutes of work and hopefully that makes you more on your top line revenue. Scaling is increasing the number of people you impact without increasing your own time commitment. And to do that, you need scalable structure. You have to trade that hustler identity, the one who earned it, for the scalable automated systems that generate predictable 7-figure revenue without your constant presence. And this is a rough one because you've been taught that rich people don't earn their money. They don't work hard enough for it. They're just lucky. They're evil. They're exploiting other people. And you've got to trade that belief in because if you're ever going to run a business that does the work for you, that one's going to be a real rough one to reconcile in your brain. Because what do you mean my software is running my business for me and I'm not on my computer? Does that make me one of those people? You got to trade that identity in. If you believe your value is in your labor, you're going to have a real hard time scaling. Because scaling, by definition, is making the business bigger, irrespective of your labor. But here's the thing. Courage is first. Courage is first. People love to wish this was in reverse, and I do too. I wish that for you. Oh, I'll invest when I'm making more money. Oh, I'll do the personal work when I'm making more money. If I just get finished with this project, with this month, with this year, then I'll do the work. Cutie, sweet little angel. I love you so much. If you knew how to do that, you wouldn't even be considering that investment in the first place. You'd be on to the next one. If you knew how to do that, you'd have what you want already. You don't invest time, money, energy for where you are right now. You invest for where you're going. The reason that next level investment always feels stretchy is not because you can't do it. It's not because there's some other magical, comfortable investment out there that's going to get you the same results. There is not. And here's how I know that. Because I could wave a magic wand and say, if you pay X amount of money for the next 12 months, you will absolutely have a 7-figure business. You would do it immediately, right? So it's not about the money. Because if you knew that it was going to pay off, you'd invest the money, no problem. So what are we afraid of? It's that you're looking for more reassurance that the investment is going to come back to you. And you are the only one who can guarantee that. And there it is. There it is. You are the only one who can guarantee your investment comes back to you. And you don't trust that you can do it. And the current version of you might not be able to. But you have to commit to trading her in for that new version who can. You're not afraid of the money. And I just proved it to you, because if I could guarantee you that the money would come back, you'd do it right away. You don't care about the money. You care about the guarantee. You care about it returning. You care about someone else being able to tell you, yes, this will work. Unfortunately, you're the only one who can tell yourself that, because this is not La La Land where I have a magic wand, unfortunately for you and for me. Believe me, if I had a magic 7-figure business making wand, I would charge more. And you would never see me again because I would buy an island. You're not afraid of the money. You're hesitating because you know exactly what it's going to require of you to make that level of investment pay off. You're going to have to make some big changes and identity shifts to get results that feel worth it to you. That financial investment is just a commitment to your next level self. It's just like signing on the dotted line. Contract's already written, but it's just signing on the dotted line. It's just saying, yes, I agree. Are you ready to make that commitment? Because the courage is not in your bank account. The courage does not live at Wells Fargo. The courage doesn't live at Chase. I promise you that. The courage is in the willingness to look at yourself and say, the way I've been doing things is my ceiling, and I'm willing to trade her in. I'm willing to trade in that identity to lead my market and have the business I want. So let's peek into the future. We're back in La La Land now. Now I have a crystal ball. We're peeking into the future. You trade your current self for the 7-figure version of you. You trade in your identity as the doer, the hardest worker in the room, the one who does it all, gets it all done, pulled herself up by her bootstraps, for the scalable systems, the market dominance, the identity as the one to watch in your industry. Now you're uncapped. You totally smash your glass ceiling. You could decide one day to just create an offer that demands 5 times the market standard and sell it out faster than anybody else because you're the only solution in your category. You could decide that you just have complete emotional freedom in your business, not that nagging sense of dread that you're not doing enough. You're waking up with clarity, not anxiety. You are present in your workday in deep thought and innovation, not in execution and doing and setting up automations and answering emails and blah, 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 blah. You could be waking up in a world where your competition is not even on your radar because they're so irrelevant to your ideal client. You're the required solution, the category of one that the market needs to solve their biggest problem. So you're not even worried about what Sally on Instagram is doing because she's irrelevant to your clients. I can teach you the systems, the messaging, the frameworks to do all of that. I can hold you and support you as you shed the snakeskin that's gotten a little too tight and support you while you feel exposed and vulnerable while that new skin toughens up. I can partner with you to create business strategy that will 2x, 3x, 10x your revenue, but I can't do any of that until you make the trade. I can't do that from here. I can't do that in a podcast episode. I can't do that in a carousel. I can't do that until you decide you're willing to invest all of your current self into your new one. My power can't meet yours until you let it loose. You have to be courageous first. There's nothing I can do about it. That's not something I'm making up. I didn't just pull that out of my butt. It's literally true. I cannot help you do any of that until you're courageous first. The Unrelatable Mastermind is the only space dedicated to that identity trade. It gives you all the category design frameworks, the peer group, the high-level support, including licensed mindset support from an actual therapist, to ensure that your courage pays off with an unrelatable life and legacy. When you decide to make that real investment, that real trade, the courage to change who you are and trade her for the new version of you who has what you want, the Unrelatable Mastermind is the last space you will ever need. The link to apply is in the show notes. If you're watching on Instagram, DM me the word mastermind and I will send you the details and your link to apply. Thank you guys so much for watching.